There was a cute little bunny named Ruby who lived with his mom, dad, and little sister in a warm home full of love. Ruby was still in kindergarten. He loved playing and drawing, and his teacher was so kind that he always said, "My teacher is like my second mom." One day, while the children were playing in class, one of the little bunnies forgot his tablet iPad on the table. Ruby looked at it with admiration and thought to himself, "My friend forgot it. Maybe he doesn't want it anymore, so maybe it can be mine." So he took it and put it in his backpack without telling anyone. That evening, Ruby saw his mother's shiny wedding ring on the table. He remembered how much his teacher loved and encouraged him in front of his classmates, so he wanted to give her a beautiful gift. He secretly took the ring and said, "I'll give it to my teacher, and she'll be really happy with me." The next day, Ruby gave the ring to his teacher. She was very surprised and gently asked him, "Where did you get this beautiful ring, Ruby?" The little bunny became nervous and said quietly, "I found it at home." The teacher felt that something was wrong, so she kept the ring safe and decided to speak with his parents. That evening, Ruby's father came home and found the mother sadly searching for her wedding ring. At the same time, the school called to say that one of the children had lost his tablet. The father checked Ruby's backpack and found the tablet inside. The father sat quietly for a moment. He didn't yell or punish Ruby right away. Instead, he called him outside and sat with him in the garden on the swing hanging from the big tree. Then he gently asked, "Ruby, do you know the difference between a gift and something we take without permission?" Ruby lowered his ears and softly replied, "No." The father said, "A gift is something we own or something we buy with permission from our parents. But taking something that doesn't belong to us without asking makes the owner very sad." Then the father brought 2 sheets of paper. On one he wrote, "Things that make people happy," and on the other, "Things that make people sad." He said, "Let's think together. When you answered your teacher's questions in class, how did your teacher feel?" Ruby smiled a little and said, "She was happy." The father continued, "And when you took the iPad, how do you think your friend felt?" Ruby looked down and said, "He was probably sad and cried." "And when you took your mother's ring?" Ruby's eyes filled with tears and he whispered, "My mom was very sad." The father gently stroked Ruby's head and said, "You are not a bad bunny, Ruby, but you made a mistake, and a brave person is someone who fixes his mistakes." The next day, the father went with Ruby to school. Ruby returned the iPad to his classmate and said, "I'm sorry. I thought it became mine because you forgot it." Then he gave the ring back to his mother in front of his teacher and said, "I wanted to give a gift to my teacher because I love her, but I learned that a gift should never be something that doesn't belong to me." The teacher smiled warmly and said, "The best gift you gave today was your honesty and your apology." His mother hugged him tightly and said, "We love you when you tell the truth." And from that day on, Ruby learned that honesty is more important than any gift, and that admitting mistakes takes great courage.